How y'all are this afternoon? It's your old buddy George Jones over here at the Bergen Gun Range. For my next installment on, hey, I got this old used gun. And the old used gun I've got today is this one. This is the forerunner of the Heritage Rough Rider revolver. This gun is actually manufactured or marketed by this is the Western 6, and it is, can't even read it, the Western 6 by Kimmle, which is an import house back in the day that manufactured various guns or had various guns manufactured. I remember the Kimmle Camper, which was a short barrel 20 gauge with a club foot stock that you could store ammo in. They had the Kimmle Defender, which was a variation on the Beretta Gelf single shot shotgun that folds all the way around. They imported that. It wasn't made by Beretta, and it had a pistol grip only on it, 20 gauge. They made several survival style guns, or they had made and imported under their line. The Garcia Bronco version of the skeletonized over and under 22 and 410, and the over and under 22 and 22. So this is a variation on that. This is almost, and I looked at this, exactly like a Heritage Rough Rider. I mean, in every way. All the screws are in the same place and so forth, made just exactly like a Heritage Rough Rider, with the exception it doesn't have the creepy little lever here that operates the safety mechanism on a revolver. If you can't figure out how not to shoot yourself with a single action revolver, you either ain't taking gun training from me or you ain't got good sense, one of the two. Okay, so with all of that in mind, let's try the old Kimmle Western 6 and see how it shoots. Gun on half cock right there. Put a bullet in there, get a bullet, got a bullet in there. Okay, let's get another bullet and put it in there. Get that guy loaded up. And we'll get one more in there. And we'll get one more in there after that. There we go. And finally, we've got 6 beans in the wheel, as they say. Oh, we got one more. Load her up there. This thing is bright sunny day, and this thing is chrome plated, and it's almost like you can't see nothing. All right, we're going to try the old chest center silhouette target down there at 35 yards and see how it shoots. Gotta hit it. There we go. Yep. There we go. Kind of fun to shoot. Think that's it? Yep, that's it. Let's see how she ejects. That'n and this'n and that'n and this'n and that'n, and they're all out. All right, now this does not have the transfer bar on it like it does a Ruger. So this gun would be, you'd have to figure out some way to carry this gun loaded safely. You could go back to the safety notch, which is like this, the first notch back. If you had 6 rounds in there, they'd be relatively safe to carry it that way. Then you'd have to fully cock it from there to get it to fire. Looking through the gap between the battery face of the revolver and the cylinder, you can clearly see the firing pin in the advanced position when the hammer is fully forward. That would indicate to me that the firing pin, when the hammer is fully forward at rest, is resting on the priming ring of the cartridge. That ain't safe. That ain't safe in anybody's book. So, how do you get a single action revolver into a position to where you've got 5 rounds in the chambers and an empty chamber under the hammer? For your marksmanship tip for today, I'll show you how. Put that gun on half cock, load the first cylinder, skip the next cylinder and go on to the next one after that. Load 1, skip 1, load 4. Load 1, skip 1, and then load 4. Now, close your gate, pull your hammer to full cock, and when you let it let down on an empty chamber. Load 1, skip 1, load 4, go to full cock, and when you let the hammer down, you let it down on an empty chamber. Now, if that's true, this gun will fire 5 rounds and snap on the 6th hammer pull. Well, let's see what happens. Let's try it. See if it works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So click on the next one. Click. Okay. Load 1, skip 1, load 4. Full cock, and ease your hammer down on an empty chamber. That's how that works. Now, if you've got a transfer bar or some kind of mechanical safety device like on a Rough Rider, you probably put 6 beans in the wheel and be okay. But if you don't, you need to think about a safe way to carry 5 rounds in a 6-shot revolver without the danger of you dropping it and it going off and hurting yourself or someone else or damaging property. Okay? How many rounds you got left? Well, not much. Here's 3. Let's see if I can get 3 in there and shoot them without any real damage. But overall, this is a very good revolver. We sell the modernized version of this at the store. Oh, I think the base model gun is $120. That's pretty cheap for a .22 handgun. You know. Let's see, should be 3 in there. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're good there. Doesn't seem to shave lead or anything. Some of these old cheaper revolvers, sometimes they shave lead. The Heritage is a real good gun. And we sell the tar out of them over at the store, and they come in .22 and convertible to .22 Magnum. I think it's $145 for the one with 2 cylinders, and $120 for the one with just 1 cylinder, with .22 long rifle only. And I think it's like $145, $152, something like that, for one with just a Magnum cylinder in it, which would be the one I'd have. Of course, I've got a Ruger, so it's like, you know, I'm not going to go out and buy one, but a Ruger's $400 too. You have to think about that for a minute. How much gun do you want? How much do you want to spend? How much are you going to use it? If you're just using an occasional .22 pistol, you running a trap line or sinking beer cans in the Dix River, you know, you don't have to think about a very high-end gun. Well, that's a pretty good old gun right there. For all intents and purposes, it's a Heritage. Just doesn't have that creepy safety on it right there. Pretty good gun overall. If you see one of these guys used value of this gun is somewhere around $100. And I think I paid about $90 for this one. But, you know, you can buy a brand new Heritage that's every bit the gun this is for $120. All right, just something to think about. My next installment on, hey, I got this old used gun. Hey, thanks for watching. And by the way, I appreciate all the likes and the shares and the comments that people have sent me. So far, I haven't got a negative comment. I've been corrected a couple of times and did my research and found out that I was wrong. And, you know, I appreciate the correction. This is a lot of fun. I have a ball doing it. All right, then. I'll talk to y'all soon when I root around and find another old used gun. We'll see y'all.